Here is an image of a cell. You'll notice many different things inside the cell. This large central item, this globby looking thing, these globby looking things here, these glowing items, some red spheres. Why is a cell so complex? Cells have lots of things to do. Some cells make the whole organism, so that one cell must do everything that organisms need to do to live. Other cells perform specific functions, so they must be designed to do that specific activity. The cell is the smallest unit of structure and function of all living organisms. A cell is also the smallest unit of life, with single-celled organisms present on this planet for over 3.5 billion years. Single-celled or unicellular organisms like bacteria are obviously composed of just one cell, whereas multicellular organisms like yourself can be composed of trillions of cells. Multicellular organisms include protists, though some are single-celled, fungi, plants, and animals. Most plant and animal cells are between 1 and 100 micrometers, and therefore can only be observed under the microscope. The one cell of a unicellular organism must be able to perform all the functions necessary for life. These functions include metabolism, which is how the organism gains and uses energy, homeostasis, the idea of maintaining an internal stable environment, and reproducing or reproduction. Specifically, these single cells must transport materials, obtain and use energy, dispose of waste, and continuously respond to their environment. The cells of a multicellular organism also perform these functions, but they may do so in collaboration with other cells. For example, muscle cells are able to contract, but when they're combined with bone cells for your structure and support, that allows you to move from point A to point B. Cells are essentially carbohydrates, lipids, fats, proteins, and nucleic acids in a water-based environment. It is the phospholipid membrane that keeps the water-based environment in the cell separate from the water-based environment outside the cell. It's kind of fancy terminology, but basically the lipids, which are fats, don't like water or are afraid of water hydrophobic, and they separate the cell inside of the cell to the outside of the cell. So picking up over here. But a cell, even the single cell of a unicellular organism, must be able to interact with its external environment. The cell must be able to bring molecules in from the outside and expel unwanted waste products. Knowing the components of cells and how cells work is necessary to all of the biological sciences. Understanding the cell, its structures and functions, is essential to many branches of biology, the study of life. Many medical professions require a deep understanding of cellular processes to do their job well. This is a full episode of Bill Nye the Science Guy. I highly recommend you watch this on your own time during maybe Tiger Focus or at home at some point, or if you finish early in other classes. So in summary, the cell is the smallest unit of structure, what it looks like, and function, what it does, of all living organisms. And the understanding of cells is a very important part of other biological fields, including molecular biology, genetics, biochemistry, and developmental biology. So all those fancy science jobs require a deep understanding of the cell. As always, thanks for listening.